welcome to St Augustine Alligator Farm, and welcome to our alligator feeding demonstration at our swamp. My name is Ashley, and I'll be talking to you about these amazing animals that we have in this enclosure today. But before we get started, let's go over a little bit of safety. Anything not directly attached to your body, phones, cups, maps, kids, please don't put them through the wire or sit them on those ledges or on those posts. Something as small as a pair of sunglasses could harm our animals. But we understand accidents happen. If you guys drop something in, please let us know. But I have about 150 really great reasons why you're not going to be getting that item back. And that is these amazing American alligators in this enclosure. But that being said, let's go ahead and see who's hungry. We have a few stragglers coming from the back, so they'll probably make their way over. It's a little bit nicer of a day out today, so a lot of them are more focused on staying out in the sun than they are on coming over for some food since it was so chilly last night. But I'm sure you're all curious as to what I am feeding out. It is a large crocodilian pellet made by an exotic pet food company called Missouri. You may know its sister company, Purina. They make your cat and dog food. Now, this is made by members of our staff, crocodilian biologists, and veterinarians to fit all the nutritional needs that these animals need to live long and healthy lives. Best part is it floats in the water, so it makes it easy for them to find, and they absolutely love it. Now, one other thing I want you guys to keep your eyes out on today is looking for our American crocodile. So we do have one crocodile in this enclosure with all of our alligators. His name is Hershey. And if you're curious as to how to keep a lookout for him, just look for the difference in coloration and also look in the difference in their snouts. American alligators have this nice pretty U-shaped snout, whereas crocodilians actually have a nice V-shaped snout. So you'll be able to tell Hershey apart pretty easily. But don't worry, I did not just bring pellet out today. I also brought some nice, juicy, whole food items. Some yummy rats. Yeah, let's give them the bones, the guts, the fur, all that good stuff to munch down on. And they get very excited about it, but sometimes they're even more excited about the pellet. Now, what you're going to notice is they can get about 2/3 of their body length out of the water. But it's a little bit harder when all your buddies are climbing on your back. Now, these animals are extremely intelligent, and they do have a true cerebral cortex, which is the part of the brain associated with higher learning and function. So we can do lots of training with these animals, and they do know their names. Obviously, in this type of enclosure, we can't keep track of 150 animal names. But out in our smaller areas, like our lagoon, all those animals are able to be trained to know their names. Come on! There we go! Oh, nope, just kidding. One more try. I tied it too tight, didn't I? There we go, alrighty. Now these animals are generalist carnivores, which means they're generally going to eat any type of meat that is put in front of their face. Whether it is a rat or a bird or something as large as a deer. But with a deer, they're going to have to do what media dubs the death roll. They're going to take that prey item into the water with them, dismember their prey, and swallow a bunch of those smaller pieces whole. He's so close. In that mouth, they have about 60 to 70 conical teeth that are not made for chewing. They're actually made to puncture their prey so that they can swallow those smaller pieces whole. Now, I'm sure you're all curious of the natural history here at the farm. We were founded over 125 years ago, but we were not at this current location. We're actually across the street at Anastasia Island State Park. And then in the 1920s, we actually jumped ship and came to our current location. And then in 1937, the Drisdale family purchased us, and they made us what we are today. We originally had American alligators, so these smiling faces right here. Now we have 24 species of crocodilians, small birds, and reptiles. So we are very thankful for that. And you guys get to see a few cool animals and knock it off your bucket list while you're here today. Now this is my last rat. With that, I'm going to give you guys my last fact. May not seem like like I'm feeding too much out to these animals, but they actually only need about 80 to 90 pounds of food a year. So that's equivalent to us having one sandwich a week. So we actually out-eat these animals every single day. So don't worry for all the other ones that aren't really coming on over. They're probably just not that hungry today, and they're more focused on basking in that nice heat than they are about coming on over for some food. But that being said, let's go ahead and see who wants this last ride. He's so close. Oh, you almost had it. He's like, I'm still gonna get it. There we go. Alrighty, he deserved that one. Yeah, give these animals a nice round of applause, folks. They did great today. Now, thank you guys so much for joining us and learning about these animals. If you guys want to learn about some of our smaller reptiles, we'll be talking about them over in our feeder area at 1 o'clock, so make sure to check that out. And if not, enjoy the rest of your time here at the Alligator Farm. Thank you, folks.
Thank you.